Mr. Cesar Millan.
One thing that I never shut down is my faith, is my passion, and my instinct. Because that's going to push you through any kind of obstacle.
The goal in life now has become to make this world a better planet by making better humans. Ready? Oh man, today I wanna watch with all of you guys this incredible opportunity of a lifetime, this incredible moment of a lifetime. I remember the day exactly, you know, where the creators of South Park called. I was in Washington D.C. I was in headquarters of National Geographic, and everybody was very excited because South Park guys called that day to let me know they were about to do a parody about me in South Park. And of course I was flattered, but at the same time terrified, because I already watched the episode they did on Oprah and the episode they did on Tom Cruise. And you know, even though it's where the whole grain of being funny and hilarious and you know, just to have fun. I don't take things seriously. Even when people attack me, you know, it doesn't really bother me. I'm just happy to have the experience, to have the opportunity to be able to exist and to be able to keep going. And you know, I'm one of those guys that always remember where he comes from. So it's always, no matter what people do, good things or bad things. Obviously, the good things are easy to digest, easy to celebrate, easy to enjoy, easy to love, easy to remember them, right? They're healthy for you when people are being very nice to you. But when, you know, when people are mean, it really doesn't affect me at all, especially if they're not family members or friends or stuff like that, right? And so when the South Park episode, when the South Park call, I was, like I said, terrified and honored to be part of an American. It's like The Simpsons, you know. It's like something that the whole world knows, you know. The whole world knows about that. And even though, you know, my show, The Dog Whisper, is a world, you know, world known. It's in 120 countries, so the world knows. But South Park, the whole world knows it, because it's comedy, right? It's easy to watch it. It's you don't have to worry about it. You don't, you know, it's just a cartoon. So obviously, the people who made the cartoon, they have to work on it. But I'm not saying that it's not work to be done. It's just when you work with live animals, you know, and people under stress, like my work, my job, my TV show. My TV show is real. It's real. It's life and death. Is happiness. Is, you know, but it comes from unhappiness, because people that come to see me is people they are they're very happy. They have a not very healthy relationship with their dogs. Their heart is broken, and the mind don't know what to do. So this show, you know, the South Park, I want to watch it with you guys. I think every once in a while, I call it a happy-go-lucky moment. It's good to laugh. I think it's one of the things that are medicine for the spirit, you know, laughing, singing, dancing. And those are like my favorite of when it comes to do with happy-go-lucky energy. Just so I can give you a little bit more feedback about how I see the world, you know, since you want to help your dog, and most people that come to me, they want to help a dog. So I come from a point of view where I take in consideration, you know, not only the heart of the dog, but I like to start with the spirit of a dog. So if your spirit is happy, the dog is going to feel that. If your instinct is healthy, your dog is gonna feel that. If your heart is loving, they know low, medium, high. They know how much are we doing. They're going to feel the love and reciprocate. And if your mind knows how to be put to work, right? The mind is for creation. And so in order for you to create, you need to know what you want to create. And then you have to go do it, and then you have to maintain it. So the mind have to learn, the mind have to achieve, the mind have to learn, the mind have to achieve, and then the mind have to, give it away. They have to teach it. And that is really what I practice, right? I practice when I meet a dog for the first time is silence. Second is calmness. Third is what do you need from me? What can I do for you? And most of the time, dogs, what they need from me is direction, protection, right? Because the owners, they begin with the heart. They begin with the law of the heart, right? And the law of the heart is really, you don't ask anything for the dog. A lot of times, the law of the heart is very exciting. It's very loving, right? It's just want to give this energy to a dog. But unfortunately, when people practice love first, if you go to my Instagram, you're gonna see a guy that was giving affection to a dog and eventually end up getting bit, right? The Rottweiler. So as you see, it's very important that we learn, not to establish relationship based on trust first. Based on love first, but it is based on trust. And second is respect. So trust, respect, love. So I believe in formulas, rituals, and symbols, and the symbol is the dog. And South Park is a symbol, and they have their own rituals and their own formula, and that's what they're so successful. I believe that everything that has a successful track has a formula, and every formula has rituals, right? So I'm going to share with you the words that I like to use. I like number 3, so most of the time, my formulas are in 3. Formula, ritual, symbol, trust, respect, love, rules, by limitations, happiness, health, heart, and of course, you bring the hope. But I hope you enjoy this moment with me at South Park. My kids were so little when they watched it, and honestly, I think I'm more known from the South Park episode than my own show. Come on, let's play it.
Little Billy Turner is now being treated at the hospital.
I'm sorry I handcuffed Billy Turner's ankle to the school flagpole.
You know that's not the point.
Okay, I'm sorry I handcuffed Billy Turner's ankle to a flagpole and then gave him a hacksaw. Then told him I poisoned his lunch milk and that the only way he could get to the antidote in time would be to saw through his leg.
That's very naughty, Eric.
Well, he called me chubby.
We believe his behavioral problems start at home.
I don't know what to do with you.
Sure you do. You're a great mom. Who's got the greatest mom in the world? I do. My mom is number 1 in my heart. It's true. My mom's the best mom. Better than your mom. Let's sing it together in harmony.
They're every parent's worst nightmare.
Shut up, I hate you, I hate you.
Kids completely out of control.
Look, I'm skating.
It's time to call Nanny 911.
It's time for Nanny Stella to show Eric Cartman his ways are not going to be tolerated anymore.
Mom, are you deaf? Somebody's at the door.
Yes, I think it's the nanny, Bootsikins.
Killer, I'm gonna be on TV now.
First of all, no video games until chores are done.
How do you think you're doing?
Eric, no, this is not acceptable.
Stop trying to bogart my Xbox, fat bitch.
All right, that's it. You're going to time out.
And what exactly keeps me on the stool?
It's the time out stool. You can't get down until the time is up.
Whoa! How did I do that? I'm just gonna get down as soon as you move.
Well then, I'll just have to stand right here. He spit in my mouth. Yeah, it's best to avoid his level.
Right, but if you love children so much, how come you're not a mommy?
Oh, I just never had kids.
You're sterile, is that it? No, that's too convenient of an excuse. The truth is, nobody ever wanted to have babies with you. Isn't that it? Always the mom's maid, never the mom? Must be hard on you, knowing that the years are ticking away, your friends all getting married, and all the while your uterus slowly shriveling away, drying up, becoming told you what it is.
Bastard! How dare you!
Eric, naughty.
What kind of monster would
Yes, let me in you can. Drag me down while you can.
Oh
There's
God.
no child too tough for
Center-
Superman. In just 3 days' time, you're going to...
Oh God, guys. I mean, that's you know, the guys in South Park, they really, really, really understood what I do, right? They understood their kids or dogs, they need direction, you know, to receive the protection, and when this part, you know, when this leadership that I speak about, and when I say leadership, is direction, protection, love. Okay, I'm talking about good, healthy, spiritual, instinctual, good heart, very smart leadership. I'm not talking about leadership where it's just about telling somebody what to do. No, no, no. It's about connection. It's about communication. It's about relationship. And a lot of times people ask me, hey, Cesar, did you raise your kids the way you raised the dogs? And I say, well, the only thing I did different is that, you know, humans are ears, eyes, nose, and dogs are nose, eyes, ears. But I was equally leader to both of them, right? To my dogs and to my kids. So when my kids were little, I had 65 dogs. So I had 2 kids, Andre and Calvin, and 65 dogs. Now, mind you, when I was a father, when I became a father for the first time, I was 25 years old, right? 25 years old, giving this instinctual knowledge to my kids. I grew up that way in Mexico with my grandparents and my parents. So I grew up with this sense of direction, protection, love, right? It was not, they didn't tell me this is what they were doing, but that's what I felt. And I feel that this is why until today, the loyalty and the love and the memories that I have with my grandparents and my parents are still so alive, because they really provide that direction for me. They really provide that protection. Of course, I feel the love that they had, but I had rules, bounds, limitations. So I was never allowed to behave like Carmen, ever, 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 ever. I was just a good kid, right? A kid that respected the elders, respected his parents, respected the teachers, respected nature, because my grandfather, you know, raised me around the animals, and he always say, never, you know, always make sure you gain the trust, always make sure you gain the respect, and animals are going to give you a beautiful gift called loyalty. So that was the philosophy that I grew up. Compared to Carmen, right? Carmen is all this intellectual way of being, right? All this, that's Andre right there, you know, and that was when he was little. And look at that picture right there. That's so when I was, you know, in the beginning of my career, this is before Dog Whisperer, before, you know, South Park. I was a dog walker and I was a father, and so how I made my money, it wasn't as because I charge a lot of money. No, I used to charge $10 per dog, but I had a pack of dogs, so I make my money on volume. But at the same time, I didn't have, you know, my parents here or my family here, so I have to bring my kids with me to work. And so as I was learning English, as I was, you know, learning about the business in America, and obviously I was very, you know, responsible of the life of my kids. And I always knew that my kids needed to be around me, just like dogs need to be around, you know, me in order for me to influence them and help them. In the case of the dogs were sent to me because they misbehaved, just like Carmen. Carmen misbehaved, right? So people will send me dogs, and it's so incredible how the South Park people, the guys, saw that similarity, and also what was missing in the house of Carmen and his mom, because his mom is so sweet. You know, the typical mom is all about love. It's all about you know, talking to you and telling you why you shouldn't done certain things. And versus when, you know, when your dad is around, it's really not a lot of words. It's just the words are, it was 1 time, 2 times, few words, and the rest was action, right? So I became a man of action because it wasn't so much like, do I want to do this behavior? Do I want to behave good? No, I have to behave good. So they gave me no choice, but it was a good choice that I got, versus Carmen has way too much of the imagination, right? The mom is constantly, you know, joining him and saying it's best to avoid him when he's aggressive, which is actually the opposite. Obviously, it's best to prevent it, but Carmen is not at that stage of prevention. He's already making the super nanny. This is super nanny 9911. I forgot. Well, one of them, but the other one is coming in, and she's already getting into her mind to let her know, hey, the reason why you don't have children is because you have no value. So he's really good about making sure that people go into a really strong case of like anger towards him, which to be a nanny you have to stay patient, you have to stay calm, you have to stay confident. You can't ever lose that, because that's the whole point of rehabilitating a dog or a kid. But I think rehabilitating kids is way more difficult, especially kids who already know they have some kind of control, some kind of power, some kind of your rights, and it's gonna be impossible to rehabilitate these guys. Let's play it. I love Cesar D. I love that he's receiving
In just 3 days' time, you're going to see
field goal. Yes.
I'm afraid Super Nanny is in a deep state of mental psychosis.
What do you mean?
I mean, she spends most of her time sobbing and eating her own excrement.
Oh no.
Please come in.
You can't use a shotgun.
I'm just letting the child know.
Oh, there you go. Hold that.
Not interested.
Guys, the day we were waiting for this moment, because like I say, they called me to let me know we're doing a parody on you just to let you know, and I did say, is anything I can do for you guys to let me know what was it about, how's it gonna come across. He said, no, you're gonna like it, the only thing we can tell you is you're gonna love it. And I said, okay, and I wasn't expecting for them to do such a great job. Honestly, it's such a great job they did, and they really allow where the intention of the dog whisper was all about, which is coming to your house, assess an evaluation, making sure people learn to agree, commit, and follow through, and help you if you need a little bit of guidance in the house, beautiful structure, clean, and then learn how to connect, communicate, have a relationship. All of those great stuff, all of that formula that I have bring over the years for people, the guys did it. I mean, it's amazing. Obviously, they watch my show, because this outfit, guys, I purchased it in Costco. So this khaki pants with the blue shirt and the black shoes, they were oversized, right? They were oversized. I started making. They were paying me $1,500 per episode, okay, on Dog Whisper. The first time I was making money on TV, it was $1,500 per episode, and I have to film two dogs or 2 cases a day. 2 cases a day. So these people, the production company, we were working really hard and making sure that we have episodes to give to National Geographic. No one has ever done this kind of TV show, rehabilitating dogs, training people. No one has ever done it. And this Mexican guy is saying, hey, I can rehabilitate dogs and I can do a TV show, which I never had a TV show. I never done a TV show. I had no idea what it would take. But this outfit right here is the classic outfit of the Dog Whisper. I wore that so many times, and definitely has to be like when I die, to go to a museum, because that is the outfit of the Dog Whisperer. Okay.
Hey, tell them that you're live. They think this is pre-recorded.
No. This right now. Look, guys, it's 1:34. LA Times.
Go Dodgers, go Dodgers.
Dodgers are playing. They invited me to the game, so that's great. October 28th. It's not pre-recorded.
Did you voice yourself, or did they?
No, I didn't voice myself, but it's pretty accurate. Pretty accurate. This whole thing, everything. Even the arms crossing, the hair is on point. And my position, you know, ignoring the one with the bad energy or the one with the bad behavior or the one with the bad actions. Remember, it's three things. You know, as we watch the video, I do want you to learn, right? For me, education is first, entertainment is number two, and then it's enlightenment. So I believe that we can do the three of them, right? That we can learn, we can learn, we can become educated, we can laugh, education, entertainment. I'm sorry, we can entertain, and then the enlightenment part is like, wow, I learned so much from this cartoon. I learned so much from this dog show, right? It's making me feel more certain about what life is all about. Listen, what life is all about is very simple, and I'm not preaching. I'm just having an opportunity to have you guys from YouTube and just reminding you what life is all about. Life is about happiness. Life is about health. Life is about having a good heart. And life is about always keeping hope, right? And that's all it is. That's all it is. Now, when you have a family, in this case, you know, we can say, well, my family is a dog. Okay. In this case, a dog is going to aim for natural, simple, profound things. Humans also, they need it, but they more likely aim for the money, the fame, and the power. And that's the thing that we have to learn to put together. You know, when I started this journey, I didn't start it to become famous. It was not about money. It was not about fame. It was not about power. I just wanted to learn how to do things right. Right? So I came to America with the goal of becoming the best doctor in the world because I was going to do it. Nobody was going to do it for me. So I wanted to be the best doctor in the world, not for my ego. It's just because I wanted to be a vet, and because I didn't have money to go to become a vet, I said, well, my second best thing is to become the best doctor in the world because I wanted to be around animals. So I come to America and see that the people in America needed this natural, simple, profound. And then years later, a show called South Park saw exactly what I was doing, but they put it into the human. Let's play it.
Don't look at the child, just keep looking at me. Let him know we are having a conversation. Dogs show their dominance by nipping each other on the neck, but it works equally well on the child.
Look, Mexican, if you really think that you can knock it off.
Let me explain that part. Guys, let me explain to you that part, okay? The part of the touch. It's very important because you can see this physical communication with the trunk of elephants. You know, you can see this physical communication with the tigers or the lions when they're with their pups. You can see this communication also with the gorillas. You know, they're very touchy. And with humans, the physical touch is nowadays seen as too much, right? Everything has to be done with the mind. Everything has to be done because Carmen understood, or Carmen doesn't feel good, or Carmen needs to understand it on his own. Otherwise, he's never gonna get it. But the truth is, when the kid is from 5 to 10, it's not gonna understand it mentally. It's not going to. That's why the mom has been trying, and that's why at this point, you know, I'm the third person coming to help this kid, and no one has been able to actually ask him just to be quiet and be calm and be respectful. 3 things: to be quiet, to be calm, and be respectful. When I come to people's home, that's the 3 things people don't know how to achieve. In order for you to teach anything, that anything, you know, elephant, horse, cat, dog, human, they need to be quiet because you're teaching. They need to be quiet, they need to be calm, and the mind needs to be open, right? So Carmen is the opposite of that. He's not quiet, he's not calm, his mind is just already doing whatever he wants, but whatever he wants is very aggressive, right? It's very mean, what?
Trying to figure out the audio.
Oh, it's very aggressive, it's very mean, it's very rude, it's you know, it's mean. At this point, Carmen is just a mean kid. So that's why right there, when he's making these sounds and this disrespectful behavior, that's what I'm saying right there. You know, animals do that to each other, right? Especially when they don't feel respected by the youth. So a gorilla, a lion, an elephant, any animal that does not feel respected by the youth, they're going to warn them And if the warning was not enough, it's going to be a physical contact. So I just want to make sure that you guys understand why that touch is there.
And getting the child some exercise. He's fat. He has all this pent-up energy that we need to let him burn off. Do you take walks with your son?
Hold on, Peter. Listen. Yeah, the kid is overweight, right? I would never use the word fat. I don't think it encourage people to lose weight. I think we can find words they describe the situation without adding more into that person, right? Because that person already knows, hey, I'm overweight. So you don't have to like use a word that is demeaning, right? Because that's not my goal is to build you back up. A dog, you know, I would never, even when a dog is a little bit chubby, even when I use the word chubby, is with a little bit of love and a little bit of funny energy inside, because I don't really even want to hurt the spirit of the instinct or the heart of the dog, right? So obviously, what I wanna when I'm working with a dog that is overweight, my goal is just to make him feel better by helping him lose weight. So the word fat, that wasn't me. That was not me. Everything else, I would absolutely do it.
Don't look at him. Just look
That part, this part. But hold it. This part is what I will absolutely do it, right? This part of ignoring this whole chaotic, behavior, just holding the leash. I would never put a leash on a kid. I would just make sure that I will run a little faster than the kid, and I would do other stuff. But I've seen a lot of people using a leash at the airports with kids. So it's not that it's foreign. It's not that people don't use a leash on a kid, right? But in this case, it's just hilarious. It's funny. It's incredible. I was laughing that first day when I saw this thing, like never before in my life. It's just so on point. Okay.
Mom, don't you love me? Can't you see I'm unhappy right now?
Good, Miss Carmen. Very good.
Hold on.
Dogs
Hold on.
backs.
So that when he's trying to gain the mom back, and dogs do that, by the way. Dogs do that. Dogs will go to the human. They normally gives in, with certain sound. They will make sounds to manipulate humans, right? And remember, when people call me, it's because the dog is manipulating the human. The dog is leading the human, or the dog is controlling the human. However, whatever word you want to use. But in this case, it's very easy to watch, to see when a kid, as soon as it goes into the parent or the role model that gives in, they immediately manipulate them, right? And you see how the mom, oh, you're doing great, right? Or she's trying to use this positive reinforcement, but the kid is not being honorable. The kid is not being respectful. The kid is not being loving. The kid is just manipulating the mom. Remember, it's 4 things. Your honor comes from your spirit. Respect comes from your instinct. Your love comes from your heart. And your creativity comes from your mind. But when you're not being honorable, respectful, and loving, you just become a very manipulative person, right? That's what people call narcissistic, egocentric, and all of those other words, because the human is not using a good spirit, a good instinct, and a good heart. It's just using the mind. And so, yes, you can become extremely intelligent and manipulate and make money, fame, and power, but it doesn't mean you come from honor and respect and good heart. Okay.
Good, Miss Carmen. Very good. Dogs run in packs, and one dog is always dominant, the pack leader.
God damn it, stop ignoring me!
Put a pause on it. So one dog, right? So in my house there were many role models. My grandfather died 105. My grandmother, another 105. The mother of my parents, of my fathers. I'm sorry. And then it was my dad, and it was my mom, right? So those just 4 pack leaders. And in the pack it was 5. We were 5 of them. My sister, me, my other sister, my brother. So 5. And so we were all the pack. And then there were the pack leaders. So If my mom wasn't there, my dad was there. My dad wasn't there, my grandmother was there. My grandma was there, my dad. So it was always a pack leader. But when the four were there, it felt a lot stronger being in the presence of four pack leaders. So this guy doesn't have even one. The mom is not even playing the pack leader. So I have to remind her, hey, in a pack of dogs or a family pack is the same. It's always somebody who's going to give direction and protection, right? It's always somebody, needs to be somebody that gives direction and protection. It's extremely important. It's not even if you want to. It's extremely important that someone, it's like the whole point of followers on social media. Somebody's leading. Mr. Beast, for example, he's the pack leader in that kind of realm, right? He's the pack leader. And then all the people that follow him, including me, we follow this pack leader who's showing this way. So that's exactly it. Okay, so for those who might have a doubt on the dogs run in pack, they do. And if you don't want to call it pack, call it family. But it's very important because it's something that is very meaningful to a dog to belong to a group. It's very spiritually, instinctually, emotionally, and mentally important to a dog. So it's not just emotionally, spiritually, instinctually, emotionally, and intellectually, just like it's for us. We need to belong to a pack, right? And when we don't want to be with a group of humans, what do? We get animals. So we still create a pack. And that pack needs direction, protection, love. Okay?
I'm a child, and I'm entitled to attention. Quit it, Mom.
What I've done is I've brought over some Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Ew, Colonel?
I'm going to eat first because that is what the pack leader does.
Give me the chicken. Give me some chicken. What are you doing? I want chicken. Give me some goddamn chicken. God damn it, I'm not a dog. Give me chicken. Give me chicken. I want chicken. Chicken. Give me chicken.
Stop it right there. Listen, this is a great exercise for dogs. For a dog to have self-control, self-discipline. It's very important for them to smell food and not want it to go grab it, right? Especially, remember, we always want to think about dogs and children. Even if you don't have any children, just make sure that you always aim for teaching a dog to be respectful, so he's always ready, right? So it's always good to be ready. Not that you have to, oh, I don't have children, I don't have this. It doesn't matter. If you want your dog to be the most social, most incredible dog on the planet, make sure that he's ready to be around children. So how can a dog learn to be around children? When he knows how to wait, when he knows how to be patient, when he knows how to be respectful, when he knows how to have self-discipline. So not just because he smells food, like this guy loves food, right? That's why he's overweight. He just asks for the food and he just goes into the food. But dogs do that as well. The reason why dogs do that as well is because the owners or the pet parents of that dog is not setting what I'm about to do right now.
Chicken, please. Oh, very good, sweetie.
Oh no, now he's lying.
Suck my asshole, Taco Bender. Hand it over. You can't do that to me. God damn it, you didn't go.
Hold on. Look, listen. What you guys can, you know when somebody is lying and just saying the right thing. So Carmen is just saying the right thing, and a lot of times people believe that when a dog is just sitting there, oh, the dog is listening. No, if the dog is sitting but is staring or breathing really fast or not really relaxed, that dog is doing exactly what Carmen is doing. But the dog is not doing it in a malicious way, right? The dog is not trying to manipulate the human. No, the dog is just being given that food when he does very little or halfway there. It's very important that a dog always gives you his 100%, which they can. The good thing is they can. They do. The good thing is they want to. They want to do the right thing. Dogs love to do things the way they're supposed to. So if you want to call it perfect, call it perfect. But that's just what it is. That's what you can prevent. That's what you can anticipate, before the dog does anything. That's what you can, let people know. That's when, when people bring me a dog, I say, the dog is going to do this, 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 this. And way before the dog does it, I'm already saying what is about to happen. So you can predict what the dog is about to do because animals are just perfect. Animals, they just want the guidance and they just give you what they already know. They're already programmed to do the right thing. Okay. King Charles action. Lay him down. That's right. King Charles. It's exactly it. That's a King Charles moment.
I really need the support of my best friend right now. Who's your best friend? You are, Jimmy. We've always been best friends. We know everything about each other. What's my last name? God damn it. I knew you'd take me in off the streets. But I hate you. It's bullcrap! Alright, I'm back.
Oh, Eric, I'm so happy you're home.
Yes, well, hopefully you've learned your lesson. I've come back, but there's going to be some changes around here.
How's the painting going?
Oh, God damn it!
Oh, look, it came back.
He said he's hungry. What should I do?
Well, let's feed it.
What the hell is this? Skinless chicken, boiled vegetables, and salad? This is just like Auschwitz! That's it. I'm calling Child Protective Services. I am your son, and you will listen to me. You have no right. Mom, knock it off. I'm not going to stand for Auntie, Mom, why are you doing this?
Eric, I want you to go upstairs and brush your teeth. Then I'll be up to read you a story before bed. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it.
Who does she think she is telling me to go brush my teeth? Jesus, what's happening to me? Guys, listen up. I'm ready to help this time. I've thought about it a lot, and I've decided I have to kill my mom. She's like Hitler with all the demands she makes. Dude, you lost more weight? Yes, I've lost almost 10 pounds now. You see what I mean? I totally know how
Put a pause on it. Come on. See, the good side effect is coming in. He's not used to it. He's not used to the good side effect. This good side effect and bad side effect. Obviously, this is the good side effect. Listening to your parents, that's a good thing, especially if they're good parents. I understand. I'm very respectful. If you didn't get, I got to have a good parents. I'm a good father. So if I'm a good father, I expect good behavior. Right? So here's the side effect of good behavior: brushing his teeth, simple stuff, going to bed because it's the best thing for you. You gotta rest. We all know the most important activity on this planet is to have a good sleep, so you can do the other ones that are important, but the sleep is the one you generate the energy. So simple stuff, simple stuff. Listen, when a dog doesn't get to exercise, when a dog doesn't get to have a mental stimulation, they don't have a good sleep because they have all this energy pent up inside their body. So that's where I came out with the formula: exercise, discipline, affection. Discipline is not punishment. Discipline is how you organize your life and how you do it every single day, right? There's just without motivation, for example, I have the ranch and the animals. Well, guess what? Even if it's a Saturday, even if it's a Sunday, even if it's my birthday, even if I don't feel good, I still have to come in. I still have to come and take care of the animals, walk the animals, feed the animals, clean wherever the animals are, see if they need something extra. It's just discipline. Discipline allows your mind to know what to do, to have a task. And that's what the mind was doing. That's it. And that's why at one point he feels like she sent me to brush my teeth, and then he ended up listening to that consciousness. So that is the good part of the exercise, discipline, affection formula. Go for it.
Right, now here's the plan. At 9:45 tonight, I was...
Yeah, I'm wearing glasses now. Yes.
And then all four of you go upstairs to kill my mom. Dude, we're not killing your mom. Well, I can't kill her. I'm too obvious a suspect. Butters will keep a lookout. While Kitty opens the bedroom door, Kyle puts a pillow over my mom's head, and Stan shoots her in the face. I'm not shooting anybody. Okay, fine. Butters, you cover my mom's head with a pillow, and Kyle can shoot her in the face. No, Cartman. Oh, well, how about I just do everything? How does that sound? Fine, I'll do it by myself. Goodbye, Mother. Wait. favorite thing ever.
And you're studying before school?
Well, you told me I had to review my homework before class started.
Oh, Eric, I'm very proud of you.
Hey, Mom, you're embarrassing me. Jeez.
You're the best, Caesar. And to show my gratitude, I've got 2 tickets for you and me to see Madame Butterfly this Friday night.
Well, no, my work is done. I've got to get back to Los Angeles.
I gotta go.
But I thought we were becoming friends.
No, not really. You're just a client. Good luck to you. Gotta go.
Eric, how would you like to go with me to see Madame Butterfly Friday night?
I told Stanley how we could work on our science project then.
Well, what if I took you to Kentucky Fried Chicken afterward? And then we'll go to Target and I'll buy you a Mega Ranger.
Could I perhaps have 2 Mega Rangers?
Yes, darling. You can have whatever you want.
Oh, Trey Parker, Matt Stone. Thank you, guys. Thank you. The best. The best. I have not yet won an Emmy, but this is my Emmy, guys. This is my Emmy. This is one in a lifetime. Like I say, I love to always remember where I'm from. I'm a guy from Sinaloa, came to America, you know, live in the streets, started in South Central. And actually this show, you know, it came all the way from South Central. And I have always, you know, work. I'm always making sure that I follow, ask not what the country can do for you, what can you do for the country? How can I do the country better? In this case, you know, through the dogs. But the South Park guys really put it into the perspective that this formula can be used in humans. And somebody just say, you know, he's using glasses. Yes, my brother. Oh, sister, brother or sister, I am 56 now. You know, when this show, I was 30 years old. I was 30 years old when South Park episode came. The boys, Andre was, I think was 11 and Calvin was 8, something like that. So they were not allowed to watch it, right? Because they say so many bad words, but that day they were able to watch it. And next time we should watch it with the boys, you know, because my kids are going to bring something that you know, their perspective of them when they saw it for the first time, you know, because I was so adamant with for them not saying bad words. I understand, you know, you're gonna hear bad words, but they don't have to say bad words in front of the parents. I come from that kind of like, you know, way of being very, very traditional, very, very. I grew up Catholic. Not that I practice it, but I grew up Catholic. And so it's a lot of, you know, rules, boundaries, limitations, a lot of things that you can't say around grandparents, a lot of things that you can't say about your parents. It's, you know, it's very traditional. And I like it. I enjoy, you know, not only leading, but I also enjoy following, especially my parents. And I like to make sure that I follow the rules in order for me to teach the rules. So one day we got to watch it with the boys and just, you know, my kids are now 30 and 27. Calvin is about to be 27 years old. And so now we can have a drink, you know, we can have some food and stuff and watch this episode. And for you guys to see what do they think about it. You can ask any questions of, you know, on that moment, on that time, what do they thought, what do they think now? You know, so but one thing that is really good is the boys have learned, my kids, I'm talking about my kids, Andre and Calvin, they have learned to follow the same rules, and they really have become a believer because, you know, I believe in this, and they do the job now. They're helping other people, so now they do their own consultations. They do the you know, the business on the side. They work with me because, like I said, it's traditional for us to, you know, in the Mexican culture to stay within the family, be loyal to the family, help the family, pack-oriented. You know, exactly what dogs would do. I mean, you know, I call it Mexican, but it's just, you know, the same way as the gorilla would do it, the elephants would do it, the bees would do it. Any group-oriented animal will help the family. So that to me is very important. Family, friends, you know, neighbors, a place that you're visiting. I think it's very important that we always make sure that we at service, that we help people there, that we make ourselves useful. Yeah, that we make ourselves useful, or they can, you know, we can help somebody. I think that's what happened to me in the United States, right? I make myself, hey, can I walk your dog? Hey, can I bathe your dog? And then eventually I start rehabilitating dogs, and you know, and that's come on, it just blows my mind that South Park did an episode on this guy. It's just a beautiful thing. My life has been absolutely quite incredible. Obviously, we have some ups and downs, but for the most part, it's very incredible, right? It's to be in South Park, to eventually to have my own show for 20 years. It's just incredible. Have, you know, dog foods, and now we have supplements. We have a collar, the Halo collar. We have merchandise. It's just amazing. And the reason what I'm telling you this is not because I want to show anything. It's just to show how important hope is, and it's how important it is faith, how important it is hard work, how important it is to be passionate about it, right? That is really what I use every single day. You know, even though I have accomplished a lot, I still, you know, keep moving forward, and how can I make a bigger difference? And that's really my motivation. And when you do good things, you know, sometimes you get rewarded with a show like South Park, or invitations to be in, you know, whatever shows, or work with incredible people, you know, in the world. You never know. The only thing I can tell you that you will know is that you have to pay attention of how much you believe in yourself, or how much you believe in others, or how much you believe in something bigger than you. And then to know that your instincts are there to help, so you have to do it yourself. You have to make sure that you build this thing on your own, and that you use your passion to continue, and your creativity to make sure you move things out of the way. So even in moments, you know, where it can be an obstacle, your creativity move it out of the way. So why is those words important in the dog world? Because you have to believe in the dog, you have to walk the dog, you have to love it, and then you have to be creative, and in case that a dog finds a challenge in his life. So that is the goal. And my goal, like I say, my goal is always to make sure that it's educational, it's entertainment, and it's enlightenment. So it's the 3 E's that can help humanity just to have a good time in life, right? It's all about understanding what we're doing on this beautiful planet, especially for those who we have the opportunity to feel a little bit safer than the others. I think we have to be grateful about it, and also pray for others. And like I said, this is not a religious show, but I do want, as a dog people, not only we think on ourselves, but we think on others. Because when you give the energy away, it comes right back. So it's only a good thing to wish safe, peace, and love for other people, because that comes right back. It's only good to wish trust, respect, love for other people, because it comes right back. It's only good to wish happiness, health, heart, and hope, because it comes right back. And a lot of times, you know, we have time and we don't know what to do with it. So when you don't know what to do with time, please make sure that you send this beautiful energy away, because it comes right back. It comes right back. It's just the law of energy. Whatever you give, it comes right back. But you have to feel it. You have to really mean it. You have to understand that it has to come from your spirit. It has to come from your instinct. It has to come from your heart. And then your mind can just deliver a very simple message. And that way you create this beautiful energy flow, this beautiful philosophy, this beautiful actions. So I know, you know, you think I should maybe only talk about dogs or how to rehabilitate dogs, but this is how I do it. This is the energy underneath of my actions, right? So this is my belief system. So I don't just, you know, help dogs. I help humans, and I help the humans to do the same thing, to connect to their spirit, to connect to their instinct, to connect to their heart, so they can use their mind wisely, so they can trust their spirit, respect their instinct, love with the heart, create with the mind. So think about it that way. Trust your spirit, respect your instinct, love with the heart, create with your mind. And so if you want to create the best relationship in the world with your dog, you still have to use your spirit. You still have to use your instinct. You still have to use your heart. And you have to do it in that order, because animals do follow a formula. Animals do follow a certain way. It's already exist, and it will exist until you know, we all leave this planet. So it's just what Mother Nature does. Dime, you'll be good, Toe. Dime is cruel. What? Ours?
This one.
Cesar, you, which one? Eric. To be thanks to the exercise. Ah, thank you for sharing the steps to Mother Nature. There you go. There you go, Eric. Thank you. That's exactly it. That's Eric understood. Yeah, Eric, that was my first formula: exercise, discipline, affection, body, mind, heart, trust, respect, love, rules, bound, limitations, safe, peace, love, connection, communication, relationship. You see it? It all goes into the same thing. And what have become very clear for me is how simple life should be: natural, simple, profound. Right? If life ends in one of those pillars, you're gonna have a good life. And when I'm talking about life, it's not life with the money, fame, and the power. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about just the simple one. And that's the one animals understand, and that's the one animals want for us to remember, right? Hey, human, if you don't have any money, you can still try to live as much as natural, simple, profound. Hey, human, you don't have any fame, you can still have natural, simple, profound. Hey, human, you don't have any power, in the human world. I'm talking about, what human values. You can still have this natural, simple, profound, and maintain yourself there. Right? So you can build from this simplicity. Because when I came to America, that's what I came with. I came with a very natural, simple, profound way of being. I didn't have money, fame, or power. I didn't even speak English. Right? I didn't know family members here, nothing like this. So why is that important? Why do I talk about that? Because it requires the same thing I did for my life, I do for dogs. The same thing. It's no difference. I do want reflect myself in any dog, because if a dog feels happy, if a dog feels healthy, if a dog feels love, if a dog develops his mind, right? So it's a reflection, it's a give back, it's a giving back. And that allows me to stay, in a good energy all the time, with a good state of mind, with good actions. And that's what life is all about: your energy, your philosophy, your actions. And then, situations like South Park is your reward. Exercise, discipline, affection. That was my reward for South Park, to reward me with such a great episode that it will be eternal. I will die, and that show will still be alive, and next generations will know. And so this is how you stay, forever, I guess. That is the beautiful thing. If you do this ongoing, you put the chat on hold.
We'll put the chat on a bigger TV so you can read it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need better writers.
No, they're just chatting.
Maybe in español. Huh? Just be pure. Yeah, just be pure. Pure is good. It's yeah. Just be pure. Yeah, you get it.
How about the most recent one?
Which one?
I'm in Alaska. How can I train my dogs using Cesar's way without having to go to the DPC?
Oh, but Alaska is your DPC. So three things is a DPC. The land. So Alaska. If I never been in Alaska, but the only thing I think of Alaska is this beautiful, beautiful nature, right? So that alone, you already have a DPC. Number two is the philosophy. So what philosophy you need to practice in this land? Well, the philosophy is about you having good energy. So patience, calmness, confidence, love, joy. Then a dog is nose, eyes, ears, right? Nose, eyes, ears. And then a dog needs three things: exercise, mental stimulation, and then get the affection, right? Follow, play, explore. So if you follow those three things, you already have Alaska. That's it. You win. Actually, that's Mother Nature. This one is a beautiful place. The ranch is beautiful. It's magical. I love it. It's the desert that I turn into this beautiful forest. So it has this beautiful energy of belief, right? Because the ranch is in the middle of the desert, but everything around my ranch is green, right? And we have water, and it's just an oasis, right? And 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 so that's the beauty part. But you in Alaska, you I don't know where you live, but I assume that you have these beautiful trees around you, these beautiful trails, this beautiful running water, you know. So that alone, that's it. And then you just focus on the trails, you know, the walk. You need to learn how to walk. Then you need to learn how to ride a bike, right? Then you need to learn how to make sure you challenge your dog with food, with toys, with other animals, so he learns to ignore as he goes forward. So that way the brain learns to become patient, calm, surrender. So those are the words, right? So it's a philosophy, or it's words, you know, whatever you want to call it. Philosophy has words. Words is a philosophy. And that's practically it. But remember, don't just achieve it. Once you achieve it, give it away. Like, find somebody that needs the help and just give it away, right? Because that's when it starts growing. Imagine if I would achieve what I achieve and I don't give it away, right? I don't keep helping, because I don't just charge, right? I also bring dogs from shelters or rescue organizations, and those people normally I don't charge them, right? I just do it because it's something that is important to give it up, right? So by you giving it up, it grows. It grows, but you got to start. It all begins with starting. You already have the place. Alaska is a dog psychology center. It's a heaven. That's how I see it. I've never been there, but that's how I view Alaska, right? Beautiful. Beautiful, with all those eagles, those white, what is it called? Golden? No, the heads, the eagles with the white head. Oh my goodness, it just went away. But that was beautiful. The American eagle, they call it, right? This beautiful American eagle, bald eagle, they call it. But I don't know why it's bald, because they're not bald. Well, and all the animals you have. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for watching South Park with me, guys. Thank you, YouTube, for coming on my second live to watch this episode. It brought a lot of joy in my family. It brought it's legendary. It's a gift. It's a gift. It's a gift. I believe that I behave extremely well. I have done good things in life, and this is one of the payoff, right? This is the one payoff of God or America or the creators of South Park felt the need to reward me with such a great honor and such a funny cartoon. Well, until next time, and the next one, I wanna make sure that my kids come and you guys can ask them more questions about what was their life in that day, that moment, because they were so little. All right, thank you. Don't forget, good energy, good philosophy, good actions. He lives in the words. Life is simple. We make it complicated. Please grab it, write it down. I'm pretty sure you heard it before, but it's very important to keep repeating it, to keep seeing it, so you can start creating it. Okay? Life is four things: happiness, health, good heart, always hope. Thank you.